Friends, so here we are again with another chess video. In this video I played King's Indian Defense. It's similar to Pirc. So here we are gonna learn something by our mistakes and our good moves. So let's start. And here my opponent played with d4, and of course I just love to play King's Indian Defense, so I have played this like knight to f6. Both King's Indian Defense and Pirc defenses are little bit similar. Like if this was a Pirc defense, then my opponent should have played e4 and I played d6, then d4, and then same structure like knight to f6, and then this pawn ahead, and I'll get on my bishop, and this bishop will target in this diagonal. So it's a lot. These are kind of similar, so let's start here. And I played this. These all are like main lines, though her opponent must this talk thinks this is plus 0.5, but this is quite fine here, and there's no problem with this opening. Even Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura loves to play King's Indian Defense, and he had won a lot of matches by using it. But the positions in King's Indian Defense are too dynamic to understand for us like lower 1000 level players, but we can give it a shot, and this is quite impressive. This opening is, yeah. And here my opponent played this, and here. So all of these are like opening theories. You can learn it anywhere. As here, this pawn is not that much of extended. I mean, because this pawn has a reason to trap this bishop, so that this pawn is extended here. And of course, I am gonna castle king side here because this is a King's Indian structure, and the attack will be king side attack, and this bishop is going to be a lot of powerful in this longest diagonal here. Now I castled. My opponent played e3 and I played c5. In King's Indian Defense, we have to attack the center with either c5 or the e5. These squares are much important for King's Indian Defense, and because here the attack begins, and after blowing up the center we will attack from this king side. It's the regular theory of King's Indian Defense, but it's a little bit hard to do in the games. And my opponent wanted to lock up the center, and I tried to blow it up, but it's a little bit of inaccuracy. Here the bishop is sort of trapped here, so I should have played like knight to h5 and trade this dark square bishop, because my dark square bishop is a lot much important in this King's Indian Defense setup, and without this black bishop he just can't do anything in this weak dark squares, but it's okay. And he wanted it to support the center, but it's of course an inaccuracy, and now the positions are a little bit of in favor of black. But of course, while playing we don't have the evaluation bar to understand that it's gonna be like this. So okay, I traded. And of course you should not trade with the center pawn. Center pawns are much important for end games, right? Of course the flank pawns are the best for end games, but like in the middle and end games, center pawns are too much important too. So he should have traded with this pawn. Oh sorry guys, I have got a bad cold, so please and consider it for. And here I gave a check here. It's a simple move to develop this rook, but here I think the best move was of course to trade the bishop, but it didn't happen. And I don't know why this is a great move, right? This is a simple move to understand. To castle king side, he only have this bishop left here. No, by developing this bishop, he is completing his development and is trying to castle king side. So why this is a great move? Stockfish knows it, of course. Stockfish is like infinite times better than me, so it's a great move. Let's agree and carry on the next move. I played this move, though it's not pinning the this knight to the queen because there's already a bishop, but I wanted to play this. As I am going to play King's Indian Defense, all of my pawns should be in light squares. As I have a dark square bishop, so I don't really need that much of this bishop, so I wanted to trade. Look, I should have traded here, because while playing I played this knight maneuvering move, but it's not that much good. Let's see what computer thinks is the best. Computer still thinks the best move is just to take the best bishop, but I didn't think about this. So it's a move, and I played this move. I mean, the knights are quite good in the center squares. You should have a knight in these 4 squares, then they will be a lot much powerful than a 3 power knight. Oh, sorry. And he wanted to save his bishop, so he just moved his bishop. I mean, this move is an inaccuracy, but it's a not mistake or a blunder, because a bishop is a little bit more powerful than a knight. You shouldn't trade the bishop for a knight in a simple manner, right? Yeah, you can trade it if you wanna destroy your opponent's pawn structure, or if there's another profit for you, like another fork and something. So you can trade, but usually you don't want to trade. I traded this knight. I shouldn't do this also. Like, look, like I have played 3 moves with this knight, and now this knight is gone here. So I have wasted these 3 moves. I shouldn't have traded. But while playing, I just played that move. I should have thought. So here's how we guys are trying to learn and apply these techniques in our later games to be better. And here we traded the light square bishop. We both now have 1 bishop and 1 knight. So this is how the game is gonna be. And here I played queen to here b6, because I wanted to target this pawn. This is undefended here. He defended it, and yeah, this is, I knew that this is not a good move, right? Because retreating any piece in chess in our arenas is not good enough. It's like now in 9 out of 10 moves it's bad, and retreating knight in a square in this corner, it's also bad, because this knight doesn't have anything in this side. Yeah. So the knight is like of useless here, because it's only have a little bit squares to attack and to possess. Though I played it because later I want to play this f pawn forward, and we'll try to get a pawn chain here. I mean, sorry, here I can't draw arrows. And here my opponent also did the same, and he tried to attack my queen. I moved it, and here my opponent did the blunder. While playing this move, my opponent thought that he had a fork of these 2 pieces. He was just blind at this pawn, and when I get it back, then he took. I don't know what the hell he thought here, right? Because the pawn is defended by my 2 pieces, not only the queen but also the pawn is defending here. We players are like this much of blind that he played this move to attack my queen, and now when I slipped my queen back to c7, now he even can't see that my queen is also protecting this pawn here. Or he might thought any other plans to sacrifice the knight and get a brilliant move. I don't know, but this is quite a blunder, and I took it. So I should have take this pawn with this pawn here, but okay, I didn't want to. This move is quite slow. It has no real purpose here, because nothing is gonna be there, right? My knight can't be there in a move. Like if I want to be the knight in here, so I have to play there 2 moves, but in 2 moves I can't get there because the queen will take it. And I wanted to stack these rooks up here, remove the king, and now I take this rook. If you guys are careful enough, then you guys can see that the rook is hanging. The rook was hanging. I request you guys to comment in the in my YouTube video that for how much long this rook was hanging in there. I didn't see that in the game. As you know, I was in 1000 ratings, but now I am not, so you can understand how much good of a player I am. Of course, he had to take back here, like, because he can't give a rook free to me. Yeah, this is not a meal where we get free. So this is it. I played the rook here, but actually now I don't know why I played rook to e2, right? Because the rook here doesn't have any target, right? This pawn is defended by this rook, and this pawn is defended by both the queen and the bishop. I can't take it. I have two attacker for this bishop, sorry, for this pawn, and he has two defender for this pawn. So here I can't attack it. To attack any piece, you have to get more than one piece. Here he played queen to g4. I don't know why. Actually, I literally don't know why. Why did he play that? To get anything in here, of course. But here's the queen has nothing to do, and here it doesn't have anything to do here. The queen can't come in my territory. Here I challenged the queen again, and now I played this move. Right? I just want to trade this rook here, because at the end of the day I have a rook for his bishop, and in any games rooks are far more powerful than the bishops. This dark square bishop is blind for these all light squares. So it can control only 32 squares, but this rook can control 64 squares. Rooks are much more important than a bishop for the endgame. If the queens are gone here and all these 4 and my 3 pawns are traded, then my rooks is gonna be like 7 power and higher. He traded and he played this move. Now he is going to infiltrate here, but he can't actually even infiltrate, right? Because my queen is protecting this square. So I don't know, he may play in this d7 and may try to snatch all my pawns. And here I just grab all his pawns. I tried to get all his pawns, right? And you also do the same here, right? When you are up some materials, then you should grab all of your opponent's pawns, and then you should attack the start, because if he doesn't have any counter play, so he will lose it. If we don't stalemate him, because we are sort of blind to stalemate, right? As you can see that I didn't want any complications here, right? Because they have in this pawn his pressure is quite good here, and I can't defend this pawn even. But yeah, the knight is unable to defend this pawn, so I didn't want any risk, and I just traded my rook for his bishop, because here I am enough match material to win this match. And here, as you can see, that it was a mate in one. To trade the rook for the bishop was the best, because it was a mate in one in this square, or even, yeah, not in this square, it was in this square, because if I checked the king with from the h4 square, then this square would be clean and the king would escape from there, like from in these roots. But I couldn't see this. I missed mate in one, and the game just went it as it should. I traded this queen here, and now I am of course win. This king can't stop all of these pawns. These pawns are flank pawns, these pawns are also flank pawns, so you just can't stop it. He tried a little bit, but when he was trying to kill my flank pawns here, I just took all of his pawns and he has nothing to do. He tried a little bit and I promoted to a queen, you guys know, and this is